be a thief when it comes to learning. Good morning, YouTube. My name is Nicolas Penaros. I'm a university student in pursuit of a career in investment management. I make these short videos on philosophical topics that I regard to be important when it comes to forming a life view based on strong principles. Today's topic is about a perspective on learning. Now I'm pretty sure you've are familiar with, or you've heard that learning is vital. Learning is vital for personal growth, for maximization of one's career, and so forth. But I wanted to share with you the perspective I came up with when it comes to learning. I'm sure this is, of course, not my authentic perspective, but it's one I wanted to share with you. And that is being like a thief. Being like a thief. Why do I say that? Well, think about it. What do thieves do? They go into houses, into banks, into jewelry stores, and they take whatever they can, and they leave nothing behind. Think of it like in the movies. You see a thief, he breaks into a house or a jewelry store particularly, and whatever he can find in front of him, he's in a rush and he takes whatever his eyes can see, right? And he leaves nothing behind. And that is a perspective we could use when it comes to learning. I find that useful sometimes. I attend a university, so when I am in my class, I try to get the most of what my lecturer is saying, ask questions, and ask questions from my classmates too. I like to learn as much as possible. I leave nothing behind. And this is true not just for the case of university. This is true for wherever you find yourself in life. That is, you find yourself in a family gathering of some sort. It would be wise to take the opportunity to learn from your family members, your uncles, your aunties, and so forth. This could also be true while you're in work, right? Whatever you do for work, especially when it comes to interacting with people, if there is a lot of people around you, then you should take the opportunity to learn as much as you can. Ask questions, be interested, right? And you could learn anything from anyone, right? I want to share with you another perspective. There's no end to learning, and you should never say no to learning, right? At the end of the day, you could learn a particular thing that could really change your life, or a collection of things. Sometimes you might learn things that you already knew. Sometimes you might learn things that are no particular use and they don't serve your purpose. But learning is vital. In order for one to take actions, he must have an input. That input is knowledge, right? Of course, it's always wise to use that learning and put it into action. That's what a wise man does. He takes the learning, he has his ears open, and with that input, he turns it into action. But for this video, I want to focus on learning. It's important to have our ears open and our eyes open too. Listen to what other people have to say. Listen to other people's perspectives. Right? Is to go into the internet and find things, read books. Okay, so it's also books, not just listening to people. Crucially, it is books. Crucially, it's using the internet, right? So we have today in today's generation, we have a lot of sources you can learn from. And I think the most important one is people. So whoever it is around you, you can always learn something. That's 5 minutes for today. Thank you.